it. There we are. Today, I don't know if you could see in campus, we are going to see a new topic, which is first conditional. Okay. Usually, do you know what conditional sentences are? Do you have any idea of what a conditional sentence is?
One that includes if.
And the if includes or presents the condition. For example, if I tell you, if you study, you will pass the exam. That is, you will pass the exam only with the condition that if you study. Okay? So it has a consequence, but always it has a condition. Okay? If it's if I feel bad, I will stay at home. That means I will stay at home only if I feel bad. If not, I will go to work. Do you understand? Yes.
You use
yes.
if always in conditional.
If or some other words that we will see today. Give me just 1 second. My husband needs to tell me something.
Yes.
Okay, people. So we use if plus simple present plus simple future. Okay. Can you see it on the screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And Marta, you asked me if we always use if, we can also use when. Okay. Yes, but it changes. Then we will see it in deeper. Okay. What you have to know is that we have many. 1 second. I will show you all conditional sentences. 1 second. We have 3. Actually, there are like 6 types of conditional sentences. Can you see this chart on the screen or not?
Yes.
Okay. Pay attention here. We will see them all, but today we're going to see the first and the 0. Okay. We have the 0 conditional, the first conditional, the second conditional, and the third conditional. And then we have 2 more that are not here because it's super advanced. Okay.
Okay.
In the 0 conditional, you talk about things that are always real. For example, if it rains and you have no umbrella, you get wet. Te mojas. Okay. Si llueve y no tenés paraguas, te mojas. If you put ice, if you put water in the freezer, it freezes. It always happens. Okay. If you heat ice, si calentamos ice, it melts. Okay. But always we have a condition, and the condition is with if. And then after the comma, you have the consequence. Do you understand?
Yes.
So we have the condition and the result. The condition always with if. Okay. And then you put a comma, and after the comma, you have the result. What is important in conditional sentences? The tenses. Because every conditional has a different tense. I don't know if you can see it here. Because 0 conditional is present simple plus present simple. But the first conditional, you use present simple plus future simple. Future simple is will or want plus a verb in infinitive. Let's see one example. If it rains, we will cancel the trip. If you study, you will pass the exam. And the thing is, when do we use the first conditional? Because we know that 0 conditional, we use it to talk about things that are generally true. The first conditional, we use it to talk about situations that can happen in the future, that are possible. Okay? For example, if I feel bad, I will go to the doctor. Okay? If I have COVID, I will call the doctor, but I will stay at home. I will not go. Do you understand?
Yes.
Something like that. Okay, that's the idea of the conditionals. And then you have different conditionals. Like the second conditional, you use it to talk about something hypothetical, and the third conditional to talk about something super unreal. Okay. I don't know if you can see them on the screen. The second conditional says, if I won the lottery, I will travel a lot. Si ganase la lotería, trabajaría un montón. ¿Es posible que gane la lotería? Sí, pero es poco probable. ¿Ok? Son situaciones que son poco probables y van decreciendo en probabilidad. En la tercera es improbable. ¿Ok? En la tercera dice, if you had studied, you would have passed the exam. Si hubieras estudiado, habrías aprobado. No estudiaste y no aprobaste, ya está. Es irreal, no puede pasar. ¿Ok? So, that is what we have to understand from the conditional sentences. Today, we will only work with the 0 and the first. Okay? And next classes,
Okay.
we will work with the rest of them. Is it clear?
Sí.
Yes.
Excellent. Very good. Now, let me just open this. Let's see here. I prepared lots of things, but we are going to go to the things that I'm sure we will do, and then we will do the rest. 1 second, because I'm not seeing here. Okay. So we have the first conditional. Okay. We have the first conditional here, and we have, can you read the 3 examples we have here? I will zoom it. No, you cannot? No, I
Nope.
think you can. One second. Yes, now there, here, the examples you have here?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, Nico, can you read the example number 1, please?
If you work hard, you'll pass your exams. The boss won't be very pleased if we are late for the meeting.
Excellent. Nico, now, can you read the explanation in point number 1 that we have here for this example?
We use the present tense, not the future, after if in first conditional sentences. Not if you work hard, you'll pass all your exams.
Okay, this is the structure of the first conditional. In the part of the if, you put present simple. And in the second part, in the result or in the consequence, you use will más infinitive. Okay? Good. So always, we should always respect it. We cannot change it. Okay? No es que podemos poner el will en la parte del if y present, no. Esa es la estructura. Okay? So, we have 2 examples. If you work hard, you will pass your exams. The boss won't be very pleased if you're late for the meeting. Marta, can you read example number 2 and the theory explanation?
Yes. Come and see us next week if you have time. We can also use an imperative instead of the will clause.
Close. Yes.
Clause, ¿qué es?
Cláusula, una cláusula de una oración es una parte. En este caso, vieron que tenemos dos. Son 2 cláusulas porque una es con if y el otro es el resultado. Son 2 cláusulas en una oración. ¿Qué quiere decir, Marta, acá? A ver si explicarlo en español, si querés. ¿Qué es lo que nos quiere decir? ¿Qué sería el imperativo? Nico, you can help too.
Una orden.
Yo les digo, come, listen, help me. Todas esas son imperatives, ¿ok? Órdenes. ¿Y cuál es el verbo que está en imperativo en el example number 2?
Come and see us.
Yes, come and see us next week if you have time. Good. ¿Qué cláusula dice que ese imperativo reemplaza de la condicional? Porque vieron que no sigue, no hay un if ahí. Perdón, hay un if, pero falta una parte de la oración.
El will o won't.
Bien. Fíjense lo que pasa. Vieron que normalmente empezamos, si se fijan en el ejemplo número 1, tenemos la parte del if, el if al principio y el will en la segunda parte. ¿La ven? En el ejemplo de abajo tenemos el will en la primera parte y en el presente simple en la segunda parte. ¿Ok? ¿Eso lo pueden ver ahí? Yes,
Yes.
we are late.
Yes.
En la segunda tenemos el if en la segunda parte y en la primera parte tenemos un verbo en imperativo. Por lo tanto, cuando hay un verbo en imperativo no es necesario poner el futuro. Ahora vamos a practicar todo eso. ¿Por qué? Porque yo digo vení y venos la semana que viene si tenés tiempo. Ese vení y visitanos, venos, ya es un futuro. ¿Ok? El verbo está expresando un futuro. Por eso es que no necesito ponerlo en futuro. Si tengo un imperativo, no pongo el futuro.
Mhm.
¿Ok? Number 3, Nico.
Alison won't get into university unless she gets good grades. I won't go unless you go too.
Okay. Number 3, Nico. Can you
We
read?
can use unless instead of if, not in conditional sentences.
Okay, so we can use
She won't
unless.
get into university unless she gets good grades. If she doesn't get good grades.
Excellent. So we are replacing the if for the unless. Okay. So we use unless instead of if, not in conditional sentences. People, you will hear my family here today because we are probably COVID positive, so we're all inside. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
But no, so far so good. That's why you will hear my baby crying. She's the one that's having the worst part. Okay.
But you are
Okay.
positive.
No,
don't
we
know?
we don't know. We're waiting for results. Okay, she's having lots of temperature, and my husband is here helping. But I'm perfect. I feel perfect. Okay.
My granddaughter was like that last week, and
Yeah.
they did exam, and it was negative for
Negative.
COVID. Yeah,
Oh.
she is 2 years old, and the doctor said that it's a virus.
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 She has had for 2 days 39 of temperature, and it's a lot for her. She's not used to having that high temperature, so she's like very feeling uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Yes, and she
Yes.
she wants to stay with you.
With me all the
With
time.
mother.
Yes. Thank God my husband is super nice and he's always there. But yeah, we will go through it, okay? But I want you to know that you will hear this because we're all here in the house.
Okay. Good
Yes.
No
luck.
problem.
Thank you, darlings. So it says that we can use unless instead of is, if not. The unless is negative, okay? A menos que. So, unless reemplazaría el if not. Vamos a ver el ejemplo. She won't get into university unless she gets good grades. Ese unless sería si no tiene buenas notas o a menos que tenga buenas notas. Fíjense la diferencia. Después del unless, la oración va en afirmativo. Porque el unless me cambia el significado de lo que viene después. ¿Okay? Pero si digo el if, lo que sigue tiene que ser en negativo. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, so we can use unless instead of if not in conditional sentences. That's clear? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So let's go ahead now and see future time clauses. So let's read the clauses that we have here. Can you see them?
Yes.
Marta, can you read them? I
Yes,
will put
yes,
myself
yes.
in silence. Can you read
Yes.
them, Marta?
As soon as you get your exam results, call me. All? I read all.
Please, yes.
We'll have dinner when your father gets home. I won't go to bed until you come home. I'll have a quick lunch before I leave. After I finish university, I'll probably take a year off and travel.
Excellent. What does it talk about when it says future time clauses? Si ustedes leen los ejemplos y leen cláusulas futuras, les doy una ayuda con el primero. Dice, as soon as you get your exam results, call me. Fíjense cómo el as soon as se toma como una cláusula futura. Es decir, fíjense lo que les voy a decir ahora, comparen y después lo revisamos. Yo puedo decir, as soon as you will get your exam results, call me, ni bien tendrás
No.
los resultados o ni bien tengas.
Ni bien tengas.
Good. Con las cláusulas futuras, el verbo va en presente. Porque el adverbio futuro, la cláusula futura, la cláusula es una parte de la oración que me indica un tiempo futuro. Yo, por ejemplo, les digo, cuando te vea o cuando te veré.
Cuando te
Cuando
vea.
te vea.
El cuando es una cláusula futura. ¿Ok? Una cláusula a futuro. ¿Ok? So, as soon as you get your exams, call me. We'll have dinner when your father gets home. I won't go to bed until you come home. I'll have a quick lunch before I leave. Fíjense que las cláusulas futuras a futuro lo que hacen es simplificar el verbo en presente simple. Esto es un dato a tener en cuenta. ¿Por qué? Porque cuando usamos cuando tenemos estas cláusulas, después de estas cláusulas, el verbo va en presente. Es decir, si tenemos una condicional y en la parte que va el will hay una cláusula a futuro, el verbo va en presente. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, it's a lot of information, pero es algo a tener en cuenta. ¿Por qué? Porque estamos trabajando con futuro simple. Y cuando trabajamos con futuro simple, tenemos que tener en cuenta que si tenemos cláusulas a futuro, los verbos van en presente simple, no en futuro simple. Porque la cláusula ya me indica futuro. ¿Ahí quedó más claro?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. So first, let's start working with conditionals. Can you see them on the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So let's do the first 5 individually, and then we do the rest together. So you have to complete with the present simple or future. Future with will. Fíjense que les aclara. Future with will. So you check if in one part of the sentence you have the future, if the other goes present. Remember that after the will, the verb goes always in infinitive. Always.
What's the meaning of mark?
What number, Nico?
2.
If you have a 9, it's a good mark. If you have a 5, it's a bad mark. And mark as a verb is poner nota.
Okay.
Tell me once you're done, please, once you finish. Only up to number 5, I said, right?
Yes.
I did number 6, but I stopped. I finished.
It's okay. It's okay. You were like, oh, I so like it. Did you understand it, Nico?
Yes.
It's just practice, okay? Once first you get all the theory and then you just practice. Finish, Marta?
Yes.
Have you ever seen this topic before or you have never done that?
No.
Never.
The first
Okay.
time.
First time. Okay, good. Marta, would you start, please?
That girl will get into trouble if she doesn't wear her uniform.
Okay, that girl will get into trouble if she does not wear, sorry, if she doesn't wear her uniform. Very good. So will get. Excellent. Nico, number 2.
If you give in your homework late, the teacher won't mark it.
Won't mark it. Excellent. Very good. Number 3, Marta, please.
Don't write anything unless you are sure of the answer.
Excellent. Unless you are, yes, Marta, very good. Unless you are sure of the answer. Very good. Nico?
And Gary will be expelled if his behavior doesn't improve.
Excellent. Very good. Marta?
It doesn't improve. Can I put won't improve?
The thing in that case,
No,
if we
I
have
read
the will,
it won't.
yes.
Yes.
That is one thing that can never happen. We cannot put the will in the 2 parts.
Yes. Doesn't improve.
Doesn't in this case.
Yes.
Um,
Quinta, if number 5, tell they'll be late for school unless they hurry.
yeah, just like that. The same as it is between brackets, right? Unless they hurry.
Yes.
Okay. Let's continue alone. Just these 5 sentences, okay? Let's do it alone.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me grab my phone 1 second.
I finished.
Yes, I finished.
Okay, Marta, can you read the first 2 and Nico the rest?
Okay.
Ask me if you don't know what to do.
Excellent. Number 7.
Johnny will be punished if he shout at the teacher again.
If he shouts with an S, right? Because that would be present simple. Excellent.
Yes.
Nico?
My sister will finish university this year if she passes all her exams.
Okay, so it's will finish university, Nico, right?
Yes.
Excellent. Continue, Nico.
I won't go tonight unless I finish my homework quickly.
Okay, yes, I want to go tonight unless I finish my homework quickly. Excellent. And one more, Nico.
Call me if you need some help with your project.
Call me if you need that. What is that call there? Call me, please call me, listen to me.
It's an imperative.
That's why. Yes, that's why we don't use a future there. because of that. Okay, let's go with exercise B now. We will do just select the correct option and now we will repeat it together, okay?
Okay.
It's call me if you need. No, you will need. If you need.
Yes, because the call me es
Yes.
llámame si necesitas.
Claro.
Este llámame ya es futuro.
Claro.
Okay?
Está bien. Yes.
Call me if you need. Sorry, I will move it there. Can you see it there?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes.
you just have to select the correct option.
I finish.
Let's wait for Nico. Nico, tell me when you finish.
Okay. I finished.
Okay, Marta, do you think you can read the first 5?
Don't turn over the exam until the teacher tells you to do.
Excellent. What does it mean, that sentence? Marta, don't turn over the exam.
No des vuelta el examen hasta que la profesora te lo diga.
Excellent. Continue reading, Marta.
Please check the water's not too hot before the kids get in the bath.
Excellent. Very good. Number 3.
Your parents will be really happy when they hear your good news.
Excellent. Very good. Number 4.
I look for a job in September after I come back from holidays.
After, okay, very good. Nico, do you agree so far?
Yes.
Okay. Marta, one more.
The school will close unless it stops snowing soon.
Unless, excellent. Very good. Nico, go on.
And the job is very urgent, so please do it as soon as you can.
As soon as you can. Okay, very good. 7.
We'll stay in the library until it closes. Then we'll go home.
Excellent. Very good.
Harry will probably learn to drive when he's 18.
Excellent. Very good.
You won't be able to speak to the head teacher unless you make an appointment.
Okay, and number 10.
Give mommy a kiss before she goes to work.
Excellent. Very good. Give mommy a kiss before she goes to work. Now, people, I want you to think on a condition and a result that you can elaborate now. Meanwhile, I'm looking for the material, for the rest of the material. Can you say or think of something that implies a condition and a result? Think of something. Meanwhile, I'm gonna look for what I need here. For example.
If it rains
Yes.
tomorrow, I won't go shopping.
Excellent. Good. Very good. Think of another, Nico. Marta, you too. Whenever you have one.
If I do some exercise, I will feel better.
Okay, very good. Think of something. Think of an imperative now. Using an imperative.
Imperative.
I can show you the examples you have here. 1 second. Here. In number 2, you have examples of imperatives. For example, if I tell you, let's suppose your phone has no battery, right? So I'll tell you, take my phone and write your mother. If you want, okay? Take my phone and write your mother if you want. Like text, take my phone and text your mother if you want. You understand? Like,
yes.
If you have nothing to wear because you're cold and I have an extra coat at home, I say, use my coat if you feel cold. Okay, it's a conditional sentence, but instead of using a future, you use an imperative. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yes, can you think of an example? Meanwhile, I prepare the material here. Think of one.
Teach me some English lessons only if you want.
Okay, very good. Only if you want. Okay, very good. Marta, can you think of one?
Don't smoke here if you respect the people.
Excellent. That's an imperative in negative. Very good, Marta. Very good. Yes. An imperative, but in negative. Okay, very good. So now, people, do you have access to campus from where you are? I will tell you which one we are opening. We have to go to class 8, October. We are going to be using this page. I will put it on the screen. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. So it says first conditional and future clauses plus when, until, etc. And I want you to ask each other this question and answer it. I will start and we will role play it. I will do it as an example. For example, Marta, when was the last time you did an exam? And the second question is if you passed it or if you failed it.
The last time I did an exam was 15 days ago and I failed. I failed because I did. I don't know how to do an exam in a computer.
Okay. But apart from English, when was the last time you sat for an exam, Marta?
A long time ago, maybe 15 years ago, I did a course of history, and I have to do an exam.
Right.
I did a course of the Shoah. Shoah is when Hitler murdered Jews in the camps, and here is a Jewish institution that all the years did a very nice course, and it after that we had an exam. We had to study a lot.
I didn't know that there is an institution here in the city.
Yes, here in the city. The Jewish people call, they don't call that history episode Holocausto, like us. They call them Shoah.
Shoah. S-H-U-A?
No, it's S-H-O-A. Oh.
Shoah. Shoah.
Shoah. Shoah.
Good to know.
And they did that course, and all people, there were history teachers and well, of people that was interested.
Yeah.
And it has during 4 months, and after that we had an exam writing, and I had to study a lot.
Marta, what certification do you get?
Oh, I got a paper, and it had in that time they give you puntaje. I don't know how to say puntaje for antecedentes. But I really didn't do it for that, because
no, of course,
I had a lot of hours, and it was something interesting, and
of course.
it was very, very nice.
Yes.
to do it.
I
had to study a lot, and I learned a lot, because it was the Jewish point.
Yeah, it's crazy. The first book, I don't know if you read this book, Nico or Marta. My first book in primary school was The Diary of Anna Frank.
Yes.
And have you ever read it, Nico?
I think I did, but it was a long time ago.
Okay.
The first years of my college.
Okay, it's probably one of the books that I will never forget, because it was my introduction to the Jewish times, and I got to know everything I got to know because of that book. I mean, because of all the interest it made me feel about those cruel times. And when I went, Marta, to Boston some years ago, I bought The Hidden Life of Otto Frank. It's quite an interesting. Otto Frank, Nico, was the father of Anna Frank. And there is a parallel story that says that he was the one who threw them to the Nazis, like, because they were discovered finally. They were hidden in an attic of a house for a long time. And it is said that it was the father who, in a trial of saving his life, that's what it said, that he had a parallel wife, and he had many interests and some connections with the Nazis. Actually, he died some years ago. I mean, he was still alive after all those.
I didn't know that.
Yes, it's very interesting. I have it in English, of course, and it's quite interesting what it says. It's quite cruel too. Okay.
Yes.
But everything was cruel at those times. Nico, what about you? When was the last time?
The last exam?
Yeah.
I think it was a year ago, the last exam that I had. Obviously, it it was online, and fortunately, it was very easy.
What
I
was it
didn't have
about?
any complications or something like that.
What was it about, Nico?
And it was about programmation.
Programming.
Yes, it's yes.
Where were you at school?
No,
Ah,
it was all online.
okay. It was a course you did, right?
No, it was something that it was an exam that we did on Google Drive.
Right. My question is, was it part of school or it was a course that you did apart from
Yes,
school?
it was part of school.
Ah, okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Nico, and when you have a new tumor, that I want you to think about this. Does it happen to you that you still get nervous before any examination instance? You still get nervous all the time, like you know it, and you know you're cool, you know the topic, but you still get nervous. Does it happen to you?
Yes.
Yes. How do you feel, or what do you feel?
In that exam, I felt very nervous because I had to study a lot, and I was nervous because I didn't want to fail in that case, no. But when I saw the exam, I read it and I calm because
You
I
calm
knew
down.
yes.
You knew the answers. And
Yes,
you,
I
Nico?
knew the answers.
What about you?
There were some exams that I got nervous even when I knew the answers or what I was going to be tested.
You got nervous anyway.
I don't know why I got nervous really, because it was very easy, the test.
The test. Okay, but usually it happens that even though, unless you are 100% sure of everything, I don't know, it always happens that it makes, because you're tested, your abilities are tested in an exam. So I think that's the thing that gets you nervous. And people, have you ever failed or passed an important exam for you that you thought you had failed or passed? That is, have you ever been surprised by an exam result, or never?
When I was 15, I did the Lower Cambridge exam.
Yes.
Yes, and I didn't know in that time if I approve or not. I was very insecure about that. So when the results came, it says good, 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 and my brother says very good, very good, very good. I was very happy because I thought that I failed, but I did it.
Wow, that's so good. Yes, and you?
I think I've never got an exam that I thought I failed or passed. I didn't get surprised.
Like you always knew if it was bad, it was bad, and it was good.
Yes.
Okay. Good. People, there is some important vocabulary we're going to start working with. And in this case, it's all related to education. Okay. Pay attention here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me just zoom it. Nico, actually, you asked me about this, and now we're going to work a little bit with this. It says exams. Exams results can be given as marks, usually out of 10 or 100, or grades. Grades are A, B, C. Okay, so marks are 10 or 100, and grades are in letters. Okay. Usually the C is the higher mark. Okay. A is the lower. Okay. A, B, C. Yes.
I thought that it was
Yes, I thought A was the lower, the highest.
No, it's A. Am I wrong? C1? No, I think I'm pretty much, let me check it. Grades. International. I always international exams. No, I'm pretty sure C1 is the highest one. You are C1 when you are bilingual. You made me that now. Why do you think A is the highest?
because most of the times that I see a cartoon or a movie or something like they show an exam that has been already valued,
It
it shows A or B.
Here's, I got really confused, maybe because it was of the first certificate. No, I'm right. I'm writing what I'm saying. A is the basic. Okay. Independent would be B1 or B2. B2, I don't know if you know this, but when you study English, you have a first certificate examination. Es un first certificate exam. Se llama así, ese es el nombre, que se puede rendir si tenés el nivel B2. Okay, B2. And then you have the proficient level of English, which is C1, and C2 is the highest. Okay, it's proficient and technical.
It's the same in the, because Cambridge is in the United Kingdom. It's the same in the United States.
Yes, it's absolutely the same. Because
Yeah.
these are examinations scales. Okay, I will check that, but I think in, for example, Pearson and Cambridge, they are different editing companies, editoriales, and both of them manage the same levels. Okay, son escalas mundiales de inglés, de nivel de inglés. Okay, so yes, I got really confused, but I was sure on one side, and then I was like, I don't know. Okay, but now we know. It's important to know this. Okay, people, and let me go back here. Okay, so and then we have, can you see like again the screen here? 1 second. Here, level marks. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So you say A level, B level, or C level. Okay, if you're a C level, you're bilingual. Okay, and then you have IELTS, International English Language Testing System. IELTS, like FCE, I don't know, I will write it on the chat. FCE, you know what this is, like, can you see it on the chat?
Sí.
Yes.
FCE, PTE, and IELTS, all of them are English examinations, okay? One day, for example, if you need a certification in English, you can sit for an exam if you have prepared or if you think you're ready. You can sit for an exam in any institute and you do it, okay? Good. Now, this is what we are going to do. Let me open here. Can you see this vocabulary education? The difference is, no, 1 second, I'm gonna put it again. It's like when I change it, it doesn't appear. Can you see it on the screen?
Yes.
Good. So bring somebody up and educate somebody. Mark, can you think of what's the difference between these two phrases? Bring somebody up and educate someone or somebody. You can help Nico if you want to.
I never hear bring somebody up.
If you, are you from the computer? Can you try to look for the definition
Yes.
of bring up?
Bring up, I think it's levantar, but
It's not
bring
that,
s-
Nico.
it's not.
It's not that. It's not levantar.
Somebody up.
Yeah. For example, me, I bring my daughter up, but I don't educate her in 100%. She goes to school.
Formar y educar.
You should look for the definition in English of bring up. English. You can put bring up meaning or bring up definition in Google and it helps you. Like it gives you the definition.
Criar.
Yes. When you bring up someone, you give that person food, clothing, and education. Okay? But you don't educate. In other countries, it's very common to educate your children at home. In some countries, not many. You educate them at home and then they sit for exams. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so we know the difference. Now, what about pupils and students? What's the difference between pupils and students? What do you think? Pupils and students. Can you see it here?
Yes. Pupils, I think it's more like apprentice, someone that you teach something, but it's not, the pupils are not from school. Students study in school or courses, but pupils, it's something more like, I don't know the word.
Marta, does it sound to you pupilo?
Yes.
What did a pupilo do in those times?
They live in the school.
Yes.
Ah.
When you are a pupil, for example, Harvard students, Harvard is like Mar del Plata University. To give you an example, like many people go to Harvard from different places around the world. So they stay there. They are pupils, most of them. Okay? But they live in the school, not in the city. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so pupils are students who live in the school they go home, but they stay most of the time in the school. And students are regular students, they come and, so it's, if you say she's a pupil, she sleeps there, and she's a student, she comes back home every night. Good? Come on, let's read. A state school and a private school. Marta, can you tell me the difference between a state school and a private school?
A state school is a school where the students or the families don't pay money, and private school, it's a school that the family pays, and there are different kind of private school and different prices.
Okay, very good. Yes, just like here, okay? Just like here. But pay attention that it doesn't say public school, okay? Because public schools, sometimes and most of the times, you also have to pay. Do you understand?
Yes.
The public schools that are at least in New York, you have to pay for that. It's not state school, it's public school, and there's a difference. Nico, what is the difference between learn and study?
I'm thinking.
Take your time. You can give me examples using conditional sentences if you want. Only if you want. Marta,
Yes.
meanwhile, I want you to think of this one, which is very, very difficult. You're ready, Nico?
I don't know. I think study is more getting knowledge um, of some topic or something, and learning is getting that knowledge more into your head.
Martha, what do you think?
I don't know. I don't know.
You were a teacher, Martha. What do you think? The difference between learn and study. Do you always learn when you study?
Y se supone que sí. Learn is when you get some skills, knowledge, and you learn to eat or to, no sé, to dance, aprender. Study is when you repeat some something to know it, to get the knowledge.
I think in what you're saying, maybe sometimes it's not necessary to study to learn, because you learn by experience, you know, sometimes.
Yes.
Like by trying. But sometimes my students study a lot and they don't learn anything. Okay,
No.
because they study in the wrong way. Okay.
Yes.
So they just repeat and they don't learn, like they don't really think what they are doing or saying, especially the ones from bilingual schools that they have to do all the work in English. Okay, so yeah, you understand it. And Marta, what about be punished and be expelled?
Be punished is when you do something wrong and you have a penalty for that. No? And to be expelled is when you, I'm not sure, but I think is when you do something really wrong and you and the authorities ask you to leave that school or institution.
Yes. When you are expelled, you're thrown out of school. You're not.
Yes.
You're not welcomed at that school anymore.
Expulsar.
Yes. And be punished. What's the translation of being punished?
Castigar.
Yes, excellent. What is the difference between a boarding school and a school? A boarding school and a school. What do you think is a boarding school and a school?
Boarding school is a school which is in the outside of the cities with some kinds of problems with the students, and a school is a normal school.
Not necessarily. No, for example, I will tell you something and you will explain it to me. Harvard is a boarding school. Like there are dormitories where people can stay. And I think in Mar del Plata, no, but in Balcarce, there is a boarding school. I don't remember the name. It's a Catholic school, very famous. It's a school that in its building, it has rooms for the students. It's un colegio pupilo. It's like where they can stay, where they can live. Do you understand? In the past, when my mother went to school, the schools in Gualeguay, in my town, they were boarding schools. They were Catholic schools, and they lived in the farm, and they went to the city, and they stood the complete week in the city, and then at weekends, they went back to the farm. Do you understand?
Yes.
Those are boarding schools.
Las escuelas agrarias que los chicos van de lunes a viernes.
Those are boarding schools. Okay, but in the city we don't have boarding schools, or not that I know. No, not anymore. But there is one in I don't remember the name. It's very expensive and it's very classic, like society. But it's in Balcarce, but I don't remember the name. Okay, do homework and do housework.
Homework is from school, and the housework is more like your what's the word for quehaceres de la casa?
Housework. Yeah, like things you do in your house to your house.
Yes.
Yeah, usually to give you something different, housework implies hands and homework implies mind. Okay.
Mm.
Most of the time for the homework you have to think, and for the housework you have to do. Most of the times, generally speaking. Okay. Yes.
Mm.
Single sex school and mixed school. If it's easy, tell me and we go to another. Single sex school and mixed school. What is a single sex school?
For example,
School that have only men's or only women's.
Okay, men or women. Men or women. For
Women.
men or for women, yes. And mixed is for both of them. Okay, very good. Compulsory subject and optional subject. At university, some subjects are compulsory and some others are optional.
optional is when you can choose.
When you can choose. And compulsory?
You can choose. You have to do it.
Yes
You
or
have
yes. Yes, it's a condition. People, what's the difference between history, the science, and a story?
I think history is more the topic, and a story is something that can be told, is like a book.
History is a science.
A science that studies the past. Okay. And a story is a tale, un cuento. Okay. Very good. IT and PE. Do you have any idea of what IT and PE are?
No.
No? IT
No.
is information technology. We call it computación in Spanish. Yes. And PE is physical education. Yes?
Yes.
So, information technology and physical education. Very good. Now, what's the difference? We only have two words, a head teacher and a teacher.
Which one?
A head teacher and a teacher.
Head teacher is the principal.
Okay.
And a teacher, there are a lot of teachers that teaches different science, and a head teacher is one, and manda.
Yeah,
they have the authority of the school.
Very good. The principal of the school. Okay, very good. And what's the difference between a professor and a teacher?
I think a professor is more, it's specific.
Is specific in an area. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Marta, are you a professor or a teacher?
I am a professor. We study at the university, and the careers are longer than the teachers.
Yes, they are university courses. Okay.
Yes, and we study one or two science.
Right.
Specific.
Yeah, just
the
like
teachers,
me. Yes.
Yes, the teachers studies a lot of, for example, a teacher of first grade. Oh.
She's cute.
She's feeling terribly. Marta, yes, it happened the same to me. Like I did a university course.
Yes.
Yeah,
and it's longer because teachers is 2 or 3 years.
Right.
Professor
yes.
and teacher.
Right. Yes. People, okay, and the last one, then I will explain you what we are doing. At university or at college? What's the difference when you are at university and at college? What do you think? Have you heard or seen the difference between the two of them?
I thought that university and college were the same.
It's like they have something we don't have, which is la preparatoria. It's a high level of education and it's right before university. Okay? What it is university for them is not what it is university for us. Not everybody can access university. Okay? Here we have public universities, but to study like we that study at university, our career, our courses, career es experiencia laboral. Recuerden esto. Career es experiencia laboral. Course es carrera. Okay? So, for example, our courses at university are very complete. Then I will give you some information about that. But their courses at universities, they studied like, estudian como ramas de lo que nosotros estudiamos. Okay? Por ejemplo, en abogacía, ellos estudian. Una carrera es penal, familia, y nosotros, después uno se especializa, pero tiene algo, un título general, y después uno se especializa en lo que quiere, o lo que le ofrece la vida laboral. ¿Se entiende? Okay, good. 1 second, people. I will give her something on the phone. So, there, 1 second, and so that we can explain the homework. Oh, there. Yes. There. Take it. Yes, for you. Oh, yes. She says, thank you, mommy. She says many things in English, yes. People, so this is the head teacher. I think we saw most of the vocabulary.
They finish high school, they go to college, and after that, to the university.
Yes, but the thing, Martha, is that I want to look American. 1 second, I'm British. I want to show you something. If you have just a minute, British education, they are different. The education systems, Martha, education levels, like college. That's what I wanted to tell you. We have high school, they call high school, you have primary school, and then you have high school, okay? High school would be secundaria, what is for us, okay? And sometimes they go to college, which could be terciario, okay? And then if they want to continue, they go to university, okay? And I don't, do you know how it works? How the education works? Maybe you don't know it.
No, they choose university depending of their notes.
Yes, apart from that, it's very selective. Okay, not everybody with any condition can study, but apart from that, the government pays their education. And when they start working, because like public or private, for example, in the United States, public or private is paid. One is paid by the government. Do you remember that I told you public, you have to pay for it? Yeah. The government pays you every year a lot of money. And you have a debt, una deuda with the government. When you start working legally, the government discounts automatically from your paycheck what they paid for your education. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yes.
But they discount a very reasonable amount of money. They don't discount it according to your salary. Okay? That is the public university, but it's paid by the government. Do you understand what's the difference?
Yes. It's not free like that, like here.
Right. And it's very interesting. I have many friends that are from that are here and they are American or British. And it's very interesting because now they are here teaching English and they don't have a legal job. You know what I mean? So after some years, if you don't, si no ejerces, if you don't do your profession, the government pardons you. Because you are not doing your profession. Like most of them, for example, there's one that is a psychologist and she's working as an English teacher, okay? So the government doesn't think that you are a professional and that you can use your after, I don't know, like 20 years or 10 years, they pardon the debt, la deuda, okay? They pardon it. It's good. I mean, many people has the opportunity to study and they have other conditions, of course. I mean, not to mention that, okay? Good. People, so for homework, this is what we are going to do. Can you see the screen where I'm here? 1 second. Here, can you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We have to start working with listening. Okay. We have to start working a lot with listening. In all of the pages that I show, these are the one that says audio, they are audios. Okay. And they have the numbers, these audios, they have the numbers of, I will, for example, open 1.5 here. And here it says 4.2. Can you see it?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
That is, you have to look for the audio 4.2, which is somewhere here. It's here, okay? So even though maybe the exercise is just to put a tick or something, it's good that you listen to the pronunciation.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yes.
it's good that you do it. And then you have the audio for all of, not, I didn't put these ones, but I put the rest. There are some, not this one second. I don't want to show you this one. There are some others that I want you to do, like 4.11 and 4.12. I want you to do all the audio exercises, okay? Todos los audios que ven son los audios que tienen que trabajar. Listen and answer, listen and answer. Okay, do you understand?
Okay. Yes.
Yes,
Mhm.
that is the homework you have to do for next class. Marta, I answered your email.
Yes, I saw it.
It's okay?
Yes, thank
Yes?
you. Yes.
You're welcome. Nico, everything is corrected from you, right?
I think
Yes,
I finished la last class, así que
Yes.
so
I don't know if you're seeing it. I'm putting it on the screen, but it's this was your last work, right?
yes.
Yes, perfect. It's corrected. It's corrected. Okay, people. So you have lots of work on the screen, and next class we will practice conditional 1, and we will go with conditional 2. Okay, and I will put some links now for you to practice conditional sentences. Okay.
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 Thank
Yes.
you very much and good luck with your child.
Yes, thank you so much. I hope it's nothing
I hope
serious.
she gets well.
Yeah, me
Yes.
too. That's the most important thing. Yes, and I hope to
Yes.
be COVID negative.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you, baby. See you next week, all right? Have a super nice
Okay.
week. All right?
Thank you very
Take
much.
care.
Same.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.